Here you can connect the battery, making sure you use the right polarity. And insert the wires into the hole. Welcome to Big Sun Hobbies. I used the FlySky FS-GT5 transmitter, which I consider to be one of the better transmitters in its price range. Prior to the GT5, I used the FlySky FS-GT3B that was modded with 3S 1300mAh LiPo battery, which provided much extended runtimes. I wanted to do a similar modification to my GT5, but there wasn't much information out there. So today, I'm going to talk about modifying the GT5 transmitter to use LiPo battery in place of AA batteries for much extended runtimes while making it a bit lighter. For the conversion, I used eFlight 1300mAh 2S LiPo battery, part number B13002S20. I ended up going with this LiPo battery as it seems to be the biggest battery that will fit the transmitter with minimal modifications while providing the longest runtime. There are some 650mAh battery options out there that does not need as much modification, but my main goal was to improve the runtime. So far, I'm loving this conversion. I'll provide a link to the eFlight LiPo battery in the description if you're interested in doing this modification. Please note that this conversion is not retroactive, at least the way that I modified it, but it removes any chances of accidental crossing of wires. Step 1 is to prepare the LiPo battery. The GT5 transmitter already has the JST female connector, so we'll continue to use that. But the battery comes with the EC2 male connector, so it needs to be changed to JST male connector. It's pretty simple soldering job. A big warning here, be very careful when working on the LiPo. Whatever you do, work on one wire at a time. You do not want to cross the wires at any time. Step 2 is to prepare the battery tray. There are a few things you need to do to prep the battery tray. First, I cut off the springs for the AA batteries using wire cutter. This will minimize any chance of crossing the wires or damaging the LiPo battery after the install. Second, you'll need to cut away part of the battery tray to fit the new LiPo battery. The LiPo battery is slightly longer than the battery tray. One of the reasons why some of the folks use the smaller 650mAh LiPo battery. For the cutout, I measured the size of the hole using the battery and a marker, and use the Dremel and a wire cutter to cut away, and I finished off the edges using an X-Acto knife. Measure twice and cut once. You don't want to have the hole too big. Third, you'll need to remove the female JST connector from the current stock location. It took a bit of effort. By using the hole, I was able to take it out of the current position. It also helps to remove the screws on the handle and the base by prying it a bit open to have a better access to it. You can prop the rubber piece out to have access to the screws. They'll let you widen the base. Once you're done, the battery tray will look like this. The JST connector is long enough that you can easily connect your battery. Step 3 is to install the LiPo battery. Now here you can connect the battery, making sure you use the right polarity. And insert the wires into the hole. I recommend using foam to adjust the positioning so the battery doesn't move around. And that's all that is to it. Hope you found the information useful. Please like and subscribe. and hit the notification bell to be notified when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching Big Song Hobbies.